I would love to know. I would love to let you tell what is the strangest secret.
Well, we were saying earlier, you become what you think about is the strangest secret, and back then especially, it was not known back in. He created that in 1956, and was very influenced by Napoleon Hill and in the whole you become what you think about mindset, but the power of the mind was just not. In the power of your ability to change your thinking, to change your own life, was not something that was readily known in society, and it's much more accepted today. But still, most people probably feel that they are victims of whatever is happening to them, their parents, or their this happened to me, or I went to the wrong school or whatever. But if it was, if they could conceptualize that you become what you think of, your thoughts cause you to, to become who you're going to be in the future, you'd want to control your thoughts, and you'd want to.
And do you know why? Do you have some explanations now why your thoughts you become what you think about?
We are basically a mind on top of a body. The body just sits there waiting for the mind to tell it what to do. It's just going to do whatever we're thinking about, whatever you're conceptualizing. The body just does it, and so the more you can control the way you're thinking, and I look at all of our programs as ways to elevate a person's thought process, to elevate the level of their thinking. An average person's going to think average thoughts. And they're limited. It's really by releasing the limitations of your thinking through bringing in great ideas and great thoughts by great thinkers around the world. You're all of a sudden you see the possibility of transforming your life, of thinking higher.
You start to have new ideas and new things you can do.
Right.
Okay.
And at level, if you raise your thinking, it allows you to see the next level and where else you can go in your life. And it just keeps compounding.
And do you have stories, or personal, or from someone else, about an example for people who are following us about the strangest secret?
Well, I've got a favorite story. It's a Wayne Dyer story. Wayne Dyer is a fabulous, wonderful friend and author, and we've produced many programs with him. And over the years, he related to me and other people in his programs that he ran 20 miles. He ran 10 miles a day, every day, for 20 years, without missing a day. And knowing Wayne, I believe him, and so and whenever I was with him, he would run. You knew that he was going to set aside the time to run those 10 miles every day for that period of time, and what that taught me was, something about life priorities and also commitment. He committed at such a high level that he was going to do that running, that no matter what happened in his day, the first thing he thought about was, okay, how do I slot that into my 10 miles? I'm still going to run my 10 miles sometime today. So no matter what happened to him, he said, if he had a cold, he never thought of it as a cold. He just said, it's just something in my nose, it's just bothered. But And nothing stopped him for 20 years. And so,
Wow.
and so that's a level, what occurred to me is that's a level of priority that most people just never have. It's that, it's putting that at the absolute top of your priority list, and everything else comes underneath it. And so whether it's, so it's just good, I think, for all of us to be aware of what are our life priorities, and that's our level of thinking. What is our level of thinking about, our weight, or about our exercise, about, like Wayne, or about our relationships, or if we're going to start a business, what is our commitment level? What is our level of thought about, is it, I'm going to give it a good chance, or is it, I'm going to, for 100%, every day I'm going to get up and do, this, whatever it is that's at the highest level of my priorities.
A high level of commitment.
Yeah, yes.
And just to, it's amazing, just to know, do you know why he was doing that?
I think it was just his personality. That was something, to this day, he doesn't do it every day, but he exercises every day, but he doesn't do the 10 miles anymore.
Yeah.
But that's always just been, my brother-in-law, has always exercised. That's just built into him, every day, So, different people have different things that they do. That, to Wayne, that was his thing. But it'd be good, each of us should know what it is. Do we just do everything accidentally? And this day it's this priority, and this day it's another priority, or do we control our thinking, control, what we're setting our priorities, our life priorities? And if you just made out a list of what your life priorities, are, what you think they are, and if one of them is, I'm going to lose weight, but you're heavy, obviously that's not really one of your life priorities. It's other things are getting on top, of that. And if self-improvement is your top priority, you're not going to be watching television or listening to the radio and so forth. Yeah,
it's great. And is it a common point in each speakers you meet?
Certainly self-discipline. Well, again, it's back to that thinking, back to the mind, back to the, but something, and I applied the lesson personally in my relationship with my wife. We've now been married 46 years, and
wow.
But the first 12 years were not that great. We had, it was like neither of us were totally committed, and it wasn't until around the 12th year that I know personally it was like, okay, I got to either not commit or I got to commit. Either I got to go one direction or I got to commit, completely. And it was at that point when I started doing, made that mental commitment, that I noticed, she also, changed, and we both started maybe seeing each other in a different light with a higher commitment, and so it made a big difference in my life, and I say, that the 1% between 99 and 100% in a commitment is a huge difference.